and this is for Steph because there's a first look at Eman Esfandi's returning Ezra Bridger from Ahsoka season 2. So season 2, very highly anticipated by Steph. So we'll see. You haven't clearly she hasn't seen this yet. I just saw that it just went up. So this is the first look. New look at Eman Esfandi as the returning Ezra Bridger in Ahsoka season 2 has been revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. Okay, I guess the San Diego Comic-Con just started. So it's the Jedi looks ready for action as he prepares to battle Grand Admiral Thrawn. There isn't a film or television related Star Wars panel at this weekend San Diego Comic-Con. As a result, fans of the galaxy far, far away will have to continue waiting for the trailer's first show at April Star Wars Celebration to be officially released. On the plus side, we have a first look at Ezra Bridger from Ahsoka Season 2 displayed on the convention floor. In the Season 1 finale, the Jedi finally managed to escape Rita and reunite with Hera. However, Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren were left behind, meaning it's down to Ezra to lead the charge against his fellow attorney, the villainous Thrawn. The trailer shown in Japan earlier this year was presented in the style of the classic teaser for The Empire Strikes Back and established that Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren are racing against time to stop Skull from unleashing a powerful new threat. Ezra, Hera, Zeb, meanwhile, appearing to have their hands full with Thrawn's sinister plans for the galaxy, while we caught sight of a mysterious new villain who appears to be a Force-wielding Night Sister. She's wielding what looks like there could be green lightsabers, perhaps even light whips, similar to what we saw in the Acolyte. Oh, and we can't forget that Chopper was depicted wielding a massive gun, clearly eager to add to his ever-increasing kill count. At Star Wars Celebration, it was confirmed that Rory McCann has been cast in the role of fan-favorite character Baylan Skoll, originated by the late Ray Stevenson, and Hayden Christensen will return as Anakin Skywalker in the upcoming season. Let's see. Production's currently underway on Ahsoka season 2, though a premiere date has not been announced. There's a shot here. Not much to it. He just kind of smiling, and with that's about it. Let's see if they give him a little bit more to do. I think he was kind of sidelined in the last one, and I still hate that stupid moment where he doesn't use the lightsaber. Ridiculous. This thing against the lightsabers is really dumb. And the getting thrown across the thing by someone who just learned how to use the Force 5 seconds ago. Let's hope he makes better decisions this time around in season 2. But there's the shot. What do you make of it? Into cloud. It feels like you're breaking the rules, but it's totally legal and better for you than that third cocktail. You work hard, maybe. You deal with life sometimes, but do you still deserve an escape? Absolutely you do. That's where Into Cloud comes in. They got gummies, they have flowers, they have pre-rolls, all federally legal, seriously fun, and just a few clicks away. Whether you're chasing better sleep, deeper intimacy, or just solid daytime relief, this is grown-up cloud chasing done right. So if you're 21 or older, head to indocloud.ca. You guys know, I'm always on the hunt for new gummies. And so Into Cloud sent me some, and their flavors are incredible. I like it. I like that there's no hangover afterwards. I know there's no sketchy ingredients, just good energy, a solid buzz. And I just felt good. That's the whole thing. So it sounds like a loophole, right? It's not. Science. It's policy. And Into Cloud is using it to deliver one of the oldest medicines known to man in the modern, fun, and absolutely dialed-in way possible. Over 50,000 people are already choosing Into Cloud because feeling good should feel this easy. So if you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float above the stress because Into Cloud is giving all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Use that code Kristian. Or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That is indocloud.co, indacloud.co. Use that code Kristian for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. Order now. Fill out their quick survey to support the show and enjoy the best part of your week. Brought to you by IndoCloud.
I think the shot looks good. It's good to see him, off planet where he was and back with his crew. So that will be exciting and give him more to do. Like you said, it's like he's such a cool character. There's so much there. And I will say, I'm still on a high from Andor, and I know that the two kind of have no relation and no creative relation, but it gives me hope. It does give me hope, and I feel like it was so good that it almost it was a palate cleanser where I'm like, okay, let's see. What do we have here?
Can I ask you And I'm not being. I'm just curious. Why does it give you hope?
Because you're saying it's so unrelated to each other.
Different people running it.
I know. I'm just like, it's there and you saw the reception, so maybe fingers crossed you take some of that and mixed with criticism that was fair, because I liked Ahsoka season 1, but there was fair criticism to be had for sure.
Yeah.
And it wasn't perfect to me either. And I think maybe the mixture, you could see what the fans are looking for, what they didn't like, what worked, what didn't work, and then maybe in season 2 we get something a little different.
I just wonder if he'll listen. I said it the other day, and I still stand by it. I think we're going to be in a place with Lucasfilm that they're actually going to start to right the ship. And I think that they're going to start to develop things, have a process, and I think that we're going to be in shape. I think that it's going to take a little bit before we get there. I don't think Ahsoka 2 will be part of that. I think that Ahsoka 2 is still Filoni, and I don't think Filoni listens. You say he listens to the fans. I don't think he did anything wrong in the first one. I think he loves what he did in the first one, and he forgets that it's essentially just another version. It's very hard. If you could have made Ahsoka season 1, you could have made that an animated show, and the same, not changing a thing, and it would have been a fantastic animated show. It didn't play in live action, and I watched. There was a couple things that I really liked, and it was on the rewatch and going through and thinking of things again, where I'm like, okay, maybe I'm Kool-Aiding myself, because I think this is really poorly written. It is kind of it was where I started to go down this isn't Star Wars. This is Filoni's version. This is the same, like it was JJ's version of Star Wars. Filoni thinks he knows everything, because he had been part of the Lucas regime. So he knows in his head. So Filoni's version now is Star Wars, and it's not. I think Gilroy proved that. I think Gilroy proved what Star Wars could be. And some people, well, it was Gilroy's version of Star Wars. I don't feel that way. I thought it was all the themes in Gilroy's vision to the themes of what George did with what was going on in politics back then to what's going on, now, and other things, in a way that Gilroy did that. And there's the filmmaker's vision and style that is clearly always put into it. But when it just becomes about, well, no, everything's going to connect to all the things I did and my vision and my version of it, that's when you get into problems. I don't know if he's going to get past that. But on the positive side, I do think that maybe Andor did have impact enough that eventually they'll stop doing shit like just doing Filoni stuff and actually do stuff that they could do.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like hard to say if I would have liked it more as an animated show, because I think my biggest problems came from I was so obsessed with Rebels.
Yeah.
I think I like it more than Clone Wars. I love both of them. And part of that is because I love the character arcs.
Right.
And I was let down by Sabine's arc and Ezra's. And that, I don't know, I think that would have played the same for me in animated, but I do think in terms of some of the story, it probably would have played a little bit better, but that wasn't necessarily where I was most affected. I felt like I was most affected in like my Sabine, I feel like wouldn't have done that, but that's just where I was with it.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what he does with it. Hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully he does change things up and doesn't just do, another season of Rebels, which you can't do in the same way we talk about Feige. You can't confuse people. Like if whoever, like Mike bailed on it because he didn't know what the hell was going on. So, yeah, and there we'll see. Like hopefully he lets other people write it. From what they said, it looks like he's going to write the whole season again. I don't have high hope, but we'll see. What do you guys make of the new image of Ahsoka season 2? Are you excited for it? Do you want to check it out? Do you think that Filoni will actually listen and try to do a more deep dive character study in the way that Andor did, or is we going to get the same old slop? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know.